Hi there, welcome to the Obachan Chatter. I'm here with you today on what's the day? Excuse me. Hey, my song. December the 7th, 2025. It's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm running behind doing my recaps, but I'm gonna go ahead and start so I don't hold you up. This is the recap of season 6 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's called the First Amendment, Right or Wrong. This episode starts with Brahman dressed as a sloth in one of those inflatable costumes to pick up Todd at the airport. So she picks him up. They greet each other. They get in the car. I guess they're driving home. So she starts telling them about the luncheon that the women had, how she got in the middle of it, and you can just tell by Todd's face he don't want to hear nothing about these women. He pretty much tell her, she's like, oh, I can tell you what happened. He was like, you ain't gotta tell me what happened. If you with your friends, a bunch of bullshit. So she's pretty much confirms and she lets him know that Whitney told her something about Meredith, and she thought she was being a good friend, telling Meredith what Whitney said, and just got all blown out of proportion because of miscommunication. But what not miscommunication? You said what she said, and she said what she said. All of y'all said what you said. So anyway, she said that she had a great idea because she had applied for her citizenship in the United States, and she said she's so excited she can't wait because she the only person she know who already got an outfit picked out for jury duty. That is true. She the only person that I know who ever even said something like that. So anyway, she ain't even a citizen. She already got her outfit picked out for jury duty. So she said she want to have a Boston Sprawling or Boston Spill the Tea party where all the ladies get together and they say what they got to say to each other. And after they say it, they spill the tea in their little ocean or whatever, and then it's brought under the bridge or under the ship or whatever. So he kind of laughed at it. He said, "Yeah, it seemed like it'd be a good idea, but he don't really want to talk about the ladies. But he's supporting that idea." He kind of smiled. Todd kind of smiled at it and stuff. So we got Whitney outside just staring out into space, and she looked real sad, sad as fuck. So I'm like, "Damn, what's wrong with her?" So anyway, Jay come outside and he sit down. He said, "Hey, what you thinking about?" So she's just looking at this motherfucker like he smell like Dookie. I mean, she looking like, why the fuck is you even saying? Why are you even talking to me? So she tell him, I'm a little bothered that when I went and looked into our bank account, it's a large transfer has been taken out of our money. And he said, "Yeah, I know. I feel like we owe people money. We're supposed to pay the people, to take care of it." She said, "Yeah, but you're still not talking to me." So she started telling him the gist is she don't like this motherfucker no more. She in the confessional in that lime green and she look real pretty in it too. And she look good in that seafoam blue thing with the sheer shit. Her and I like the sheer shit that Whitney wearing that seafoam blue, I think that's what they call it. And then Braun got on like a yellow, mustard yellow looking shit top. I like that too, or dress or whatever, but I like the top of it. So anyway, she pretty much saying that when they first got together, her and Justin, her and Jay, as we should call them, used to work together all the time. They knew each other. They was in sync and shit. And she really believed in her wild Irish rose brand, her skin brand, or whatever this brand her skin brand, jewelry, I don't know what the fuck it is, but whatever it is, she really believed in it. So she'd been trying to tell him to come work with me, but he was bullshitting. So she said, it's her baby. She nurtured it. She worked on it, and she would tell him, "Come over here, and help me a little bit." But he wasn't really fucking with her. He didn't really start fucking with her till somebody came to her and they was like, "Yo, you really got some shit over here." This because she was going to put her shit, and she was doing so good or starting to do well. She was trying to put her shit in big box stores. Meaning, she said Sephora, Target, and she said somebody else, Sephora, talking maybe Ulta, I don't know, but somebody big box. It was somebody big name. So she said a week they wind up getting to this ML multi market leveling shit. I don't know. To me, it sounds like some kind of. To me, I heard of MLM before. It's some kind of marketing shit, but it's like all that other shit to me that Amway. You gotta bring people in at the bottom, and that's the only way you making and people start buying their own product themselves because they ain't making no money, but they trying to stay on the team. Just some crazy shit. So anyway, she was like, I don't want it. I'm out of it. I shouldn't have did it. But she said, I did it because I trust you and I listen to you. And she said, here's the thing that's fucking with me is I have been asking you to work with me and help me for a long time, and you would work with me, and then we was doing that shit together, and then you kind of fell off, and then when it seemed like you was getting interested in my shit, when somebody came and told you my shit could be big, that's pretty much what she said. Then you believe what the fuck I said. Yeah. Then you was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you over here to do this and that, because she said y'all was fucking with me, showing me the numbers, and she said the week at the same week I met these people about this marketing shit. I had to meet. I met somebody from Sephora, but it was too late. I was just listening to you because I thought, man, you doing this shit together, then we cool. But you took my baby and you did some bullshit. And then he said, I'm sorry, he cute as you. Your husband cute. He, even though he a little bit on the chunky side, I think Jason cute. I think that's his name. He cute. So anyway, he was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I could say. And she looking at him. She looking at that motherfucker like he's sorry too. She said, listen, I don't have shit. Outside of that business, all I got is you and the kids. And I don't have that no more. Which I think that made her kept her identity as for Whitney. She don't have that no more. And she said now it's worse because when I look at this motherfucker, I can't separate the business from the marriage. She said when it first started falling up and fucking up, it was cool because me and him was getting closer and closer. But as she started stepping back, looked like that shit probably basically your fault. Yeah. She said she trusted you and you fucked her. So I don't know. I don't think they might get a divorce. So anyway, that shit was kind of sad. She said, I was lied to. He said, I was too. She said, I was trying so hard to get away from the MLMs. What else she say? Said the next week who I met Sephora and it was too late. She said, you know what? It ain't so much. I'm so mad. I'm more mad at you than I'm mad at myself because I didn't trust myself. And niggas will make you do that shit too. So she said she don't know what she need no more. Her marriage, she's scared. She pretty much scared. So anyway, she said, yeah, we're supposed to work together. She said, you came and supported me when somebody else came and said pretty much when she said when I was telling you what I had, you ain't believe me, but when somebody else came and told you, and then you let these motherfuckers railroad you, you just make this all you thinking about was just make this business $1 billion business. And I was like, okay, baby. But you know what? I think Whitney, like most women, when you want the support of your man or your husband or whatever, and they ain't really into it, and then when they get on board with whatever idea you got, even though they saying crazy shit, you so happy that they supporting you and y'all are actually doing it together that you don't pay attention to the fucking flags. I said, damn. I said she close. She close to letting this motherfucker go because she can't look at him. And he said he feels the resentment from her. And I said, shit, me too, child. I feel it for you. I said, man, she looking at this motherfucker like he talking to her. He talking to her and she saying, so we got head of the house now, and I guess it's a Utah or white people thing. You decorate your kids' room with all this goddamn balloons and whatever school they're going to. But or is it the college that she's going to, or is it the school she graduating from? I think it's the college that she got accepted to, and she's saying how well rounded she is, her daughters are, and that she can't believe it because the way that she was brought up, and that Mormon shit, you stay your ass home, take care of your husband, don't say shit, take your ass to church, make sure you treat, like trad shit almost, being like a trad wife. So anyway, she said she happy that her daughters are well grounded, well rounded. But I will say this about you, Heather, though, when you get mad at Braun when that time y'all got in that argument, you was like, what are you trying to say? That I don't love my daughter, that this and that. that I don't like being a mom. All the shit that you said is what you just said is what I heard. When you talking about your kids, you said you so excited about her ass being out of school because you can't wait to not have the responsibility of nobody. You don't want that weight on you no more. You feel like you've been doing that your whole life and you don't want it no more. Yep, and you sound like you one of the mamas. As soon as your kids turn 18, you don't want to fuck with them no more. But I don't feel that way about my children. My kids, I don't give a fuck how old they get. They ain't gonna never be as old as me. And they're always gonna be my kids. I don't care if they live somewhere else. I will always feel a sense of responsibility for them. Not like if they eating dinner at night or they washing their clothes. I'm talking about shit that adults deal with. So I don't know. Brahma kind of called you on that. You don't want to fuck with your kids. You want them out your house to be done. I'm just saying. And I'm so sick of your Wayfair commercials. I don't think you decorate that good. So anyway, let's get off of heaven. So anyway, it's talking and they was like, you know how they talk. You no, they was talking about the rooms. And she said they had to do something to her room because the people be watching, they be talking. So anyway, I don't know what that meant. I guess you gotta decorate the room up. Not you go online or Instagram, people talk shit about you. Child, don't ask me. So anyway, we got Bronwyn and her mother, and Bronwyn working on a project that she found out that what couldn't in Utah. I guess the state. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I guess there's state buildings or state or federal, but at least the state buildings can't have no kind of pride flag on them nowhere. So what Bronwyn is doing is she's offering to give people pride. Every other business a pride flag, they get one. She gonna send them one. So her mother is working with her on this. So anyway, it's a real touching moment because every time we see Roman and her mother, that shit be looking crazy. Like, Mom, get your shit and get out of my house. I'll put you in a hotel somewhere, but I don't want to fuck with you. Yeah. So I mean, that shit is rough. So all of a sudden, the mother's like, how proud she is of Bronwyn, and that she will hug her, but she kind of she what she said she can't hug her because she like a hedgehog. She prickly like a hedgehog, and she don't like hugging. And neither do her daughter, but she says she real proud of her, and she could see that the things how she raised Bronwyn is that she could see the things that she changed when she raised Gwen, and she is proud of Gwen. She's not afraid. She got backbone. She just thought she did a wonderful job. Bronwyn about to have a nervous break. I've got my eyes are tearing up for her too because it means so much for her to hear, and she's just like you know, she just go through so much. I think Brahma, because at the same time, her mother want her own space. She ready to go, but Brahma don't want to go because she said we don't move so far in our relationship. I feel like if she left, that I would have to start all over again. I would be alone. I think she loved Tar, but she don't love Tar for the right reasons. Or their marriage is off. I don't care what I don't know if she's looking for a daddy figure or what, but something in their thing is not something she need. I don't know if it's the age difference and he can't give it to her, but it's not. Their marriage feel off to me. I guess to everybody, even to her, shit. So, cause she willing to do anything. If he want to do threesomes or open marriage or whatever, she said, "You talk to me, I'll let you know what I'm down with." Cause she'll do about anything to stay with him. So anyway, her mother sitting there talking to her, and they feeling good about it. And I said in my thing, it was in my notes that it was nice to see them smile together. So anyway, it's time for these ladies to get ready for this party, but they all got to dress like Hamilton. So anyway, they riding in the car, and Britt is telling the ladies that she met with Meredith in the park, and they was like, "What was it, a duel?" And she was like, "No, we met in the park." And we're not. I can't say we friends, but we have both decided we were just gonna be move forward. She said, "I just took whatever the fuck Meredith gave me, and I'm just gonna keep it moving." So anyway, Whitney said, "I don't know how you could do it because if she wouldn't take no responsibility, then I don't think that I'd be able to move forward with her. So anyway, everybody meeting outside. What's her name? What's her name? Angie is dressed like Betty Ross to me. Bessie Ross. Somebody got on pants. I don't know what the hell Meredith got on. But anyway, they trying to figure out where they at and why they there and why they standing there. They standing on a like a dock. The they at a warehouse. The door slides up. I'm sorry, the door slides open. Hey, Brown was on the other side. There's a bunch of bullshit in there, and then she tell the ladies that she glad that they came because she wanted them to celebrate her citizenship. And to Lisa, like, citizenship, I don't want to be able to this motherfucker. If that's all, I could have sent you some flowers. So anyway, as they walk into the warehouse, they turn the corner and it is spectacular. She done put the problem and spent all Tar money and did one of them said, I think it was Heather said like a movie set and it did like something straight out of Disney or Pirates of the Caribbean. It looked like a movie set. So she had it all decorated with ships and water and lights and all the shit back from the day. They had food. But I don't know if they had hot dogs, but I don't think hot dogs was back then. But they had food. So anyway, the lady was all dressed up and she explained to them the party is we're gonna spill tea and tell what we tell about each other. So they start doing that same old shit, telling the person you spilled the tea on the most. And what I can remember right off the bat is Lisa Angie brought up something about Lisa because Lisa said she bought a horse. Now all the ladies said when Lisa buys something, she showed the fuck off. It's all on the internet, social media, everywhere. But she said she bought a horse, but they didn't see that. Well, Angie got a friend where the horse stay, and she said that Lisa rents the fucking horse from the lady didn't buy it. So Lisa said, "I did buy the horse, and I'm gonna buy another horse." And I said, "Why you buy a horse?" She said, "It's none of your business." I get, yeah, which is none of their business. So it was. I think somebody said, oh, so then it was Whitney and Brahma got into it about Meredith. Everybody got into something. Meredith Broadwin went next. She said she was sorry for telling what Whitney said. So Whitney said, if you thought it was going to be an issue, why you ain't say nothing? She said, I did tell you to stop talking. She said, no, you didn't. What you did was you laughed. And she did. They did the back. They rolled that bean footage back, and she was laughing. And she said, what? And so what it boiled down to it, Brahma said, don't get no attitude with me. You the one said some shit about her. I didn't make you say it and you messed up because you shouldn't have told. If you had a real problem with it, what the fuck you telling me for? You should have told her yourself, since y'all supposed to be friends or whatever. So that ended that shit because I guess that is kind of true. So Whitney Meredith jumping Whitney ass and Whitney called Meredith a liar. Meredith called Whitney a liar because she always talking about her marriage and shit. And she said, "No, you." Whitney said, "No, you call me a liar to throw off to deflect, because you got problems like my. You got problems. What you say? You got problems. I recognize some problems from in my house. Okay, first of all, you got to watch what you say about that, Whitney, because just because you experienced your father, I think, had substance abuse issues just you can't they don't I mean you that's they don't mean that that could be the same shit. I'm just saying you better watch that. So she said, I think you're a pill popper, you're an alcoholic and a pill popper or something. So Meredith got up and left and came back. When she came back, she said, I have gifts for all of y'all. So what she did is she gave everybody a drug test. But what she should have did was make everybody piss on that motherfucker, especially Whitney, because Whitney was in the test was like, why did she bring me a drug test? I don't need a drug test. Well, why are you talking? Just go pee on it. You don't gotta talk about shit. Just go pee on your shit will show up just like that. Yep. So everybody was just looking at it, but nobody went and peed on that motherfucker. Nobody. So you know what that let me think? All y'all motherfuckers do. One of the is it was a 7 panel drug test. All y'all motherfuckers to me is doing something on it. And she said, "Why you want me to get tested for alcohol? You can test for alcohol. It might not have been an alcohol panel on there. And if it is, it's alcohol. Who the fuck cares? But I see this. Ain't none of them hoes get up. Why ain't none of y'all take it? Even Mary ain't get up. I done took it. So here go Mary. That's a lot of urine. You got your own cup and you don't got to pee in it that much, girl. She weird. So anyway, she said that, Whitney said she wouldn't have talked with Bronwyn if she Um, and she knew she was gonna go be a snake and go tell. So somebody had asked Whitney something about, do you think I'm gonna call? Do you think why do you call Whitney and talk to her about something if it was you thought it was an issue if she was drinking? She said, you think I'm gonna call somebody who's belligerent, who was sitting up there taunting somebody for a whole 6 hours? So she said that she gave me she was outrageous. She said you trying to make it like I ain't hear what I was saying, but I'm not lying. I got witnesses, Meredith, other people was there. She said I didn't, so it's back and forth. Whitney's like, I didn't do that, you lie, you alcoholic, you're a pill popper. So she was like, nobody said she said nobody said shit. And when she said that, ain't nobody say nothing. All the other ladies just looked. That's when she give everybody the blood. But that's when Meredith go get the bags, give everybody the blood test. And I said, why ain't nobody take that motherfucker though? I'd have took it and then been like, you take yours. So they was talking about their behavior on the plane. So when they said that, I'm sorry, my notes is just been a couple of days. Yeah, that's when they said somebody in her house that she deal with them problems with the drugs and the alcohol. She said, I worry about you, I love you. And I was like, if you worry about her, you would call her. You doing this shit on TV in front of all these people. So Lisa said, this don't even make no goddamn sense. You trying to tell us that you love her. Y'all know she got some stuff going on with her. And then she tried to talk to y'all about it. Y'all call her addict. She had some shit going on. Y'all call her addict and a pill popper. She said, I didn't yell at you. And she said, you did. You was yelling. You was saying some shit. If you with this one, then you ain't with me. And they're just, when they do the back and forth, y'all know I ain't good with that shit. So anyway, so Lisa said she wasn't there for a part of the conversation, but she was in the part of the conversation. So she said she apologized. Meredith said she apologized for her tone. And Heather started talking about how she been such a good friend to her. And she said, you lied. You lied. You lied. And I'm like, Heather, what is the big deal about a fucking lie? You are a lie. You lied to us about that black eye shit for like a season and a half. And still, you still even lying. And now that she actually told the truth, she's trying to make it seem like Jen is the motherfucker. You the one told the lie. So anyway, you do lie, Heather. And Meredith told you, you lie. Mm-mm-mm. So Heather said, I'm just so fierce right now. Said, I care for you. You say, I lie. You do lie. She said, you're supposed to be my friend and now you're gaslighting me. She said, not, you're not coming with me with my experience. He says, nothing wrong. I'll be crying. She just wailing. Heather's just being so fucking dramatic. She said, I just feel like if I don't align with you and Lisa, if we don't see things how you see it, then we are wrong. I need you to say it to me. I need you to say how horrified of you are of what happened. She's telling Heather telling Meredith this whole goddamn script, and she ain't down with it. She's like, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. But we can move on. We'll just agree to disagree. But that's not what I'm doing. So Barbara said, I'll be back. I have something a reveal for y'all. So she leave. She don't want to do it in front of them because she said her wig might come off. So when she come back, The front of her gown has the Constitution written on it. It's on a scroll. Her front of her dress is a scroll. So she said, she sat down. She said, we all talked about our tea or whatever. Because what was the tea with Heather? Oh, Bronwyn and Heather is cool. Because Bronwyn was like, the kissing and the fart and shit. We're not doing that no more. So Heather said, "What happened?" She was like, "It's done. Put that shit in the put that box in the put that tea in the fucking water because we're not talking about this. Is shit is off limits." So anyway, they started doing their to have a more perfect union. Their friend constitution and same old shit. Be the friend you want to be. Family off limits. Kids off limits. Careers off limits. Everything off limits. Can't say shit about nobody. And they said to be a good friend, what you gotta be a woman of your word, be forgiving. Um, don't talk about people with some rumors now unless you got documentation. Try to see the best in each other. Stop being reactive. Blah 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 blah. So I believe that was the end of it. And was it? It was. So anyway, this felt like a filler episode. It was alright, I guess. That little back and forth that Whitney and Bronwyn had, I enjoyed that. This, I think that shit really did happen on the plane because there's too many of them that know about it. And I guess Bravo either didn't have the film, didn't wasn't filming it because they was back there sleeping some shit, or they filmed it but they're just not gonna hit Meredith up. And I think all them women, no, I don't think I don't think they misinterpreting you, Meredith. So anyway, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for 26 minutes and 50 seconds, and I love you for it. Bye now.